DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when you sign up for a new account to get amazing odds boosts. Chat, do you feel alive? Are you living?
That last goal.
Unbelievable stuff.
Unreal.
Genuinely the stuff you live for. Avs win over the Tampa Bay Lightning 3-2 in overtime.
Say it again.
Avs win. Avs win.
Yeah.
3-1 in the series.
3-1 in the series.
I feel like I'm in the hyenas in Lion King when they say Mufasa and they're like, ooh, say it again. Mufasa.
We're gonna do
3-1 series lead.
We're gonna do Dr. Dubs right now, so my voice survives.
Yes, Dr. Dubs.
Yeah.
The fucking hop.
Here's to you, bud. Oh, yeah.
Whoop. I mean, before we get into anything,
Oh my gosh.
You'll never get me to like Fireball, but it's not the worst.
before we get into anything, can we just appreciate what a great hockey game this was?
Yeah, I love starting here.
Yeah.
Before we do the 60-second rundown, this is the kind of hockey game you want in the Stanley Cup final every year. You want two heavyweights, two teams that have scratched and clawed and fought and are at the very, very, very pinnacle of the game, back and forth, each having their moments. This was not a dominant game by either team. They each had their moments. Tampa Bay gets, Tampa Bay into Colorado, into Tampa Bay, into Colorado, into Tampa Bay, into Colorado. And the teams capitalized in those moments when they were in those little pockets where it wasn't like this, like, oh, go, whoa, where did that gun come from? They were playing well.
Yep.
And I guess the first one is just like right off it's like the start of the game.
40 seconds in.
Yeah.
Man,
So-
like if you talk about the series,
Just such a kick-ass hockey game.
if you talk about the series though too, like this is an amazing series, right?
Well, you have
You start off
you have two awesome hockey games.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
then
But like,
burn
so
the
you
other
start
side.
out, awesome game, goes to OT, team wins it. It's the Avs. Then you go blowout Avs, blowout Tampa, and then back to game one style where it's like we talked about it a little bit earlier, right? It's like period to period. Who's
Yeah.
going to win the period?
Yeah.
And that's the type of hockey you want to see in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yep.
The Avs, I felt, turned it on in OT, but we can talk about that later.
We'll get there.
Definitely
We'll get
first
there.
period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they destroyed in overtime. Girl, please.
All right. I got to protect my voice. So who's doing the 60-second?
I got it.
Okay.
Oh, you want this shit?
You're
Yeah,
taking
go,
it.
let's
You
go.
want it.
It's all you,
There
girl.
we go.
But because I went into overtime, if we go to like
You get
70
an extra
seconds.
15.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's 20.
It is not a 70-second rundown.
It's a you get an
It's a
extra
coach's
20.
challenge. I actually get a minute 20.
This is soft.
There's no timer, so I'll just begin.
This dude wants us to.
It doesn't even matter. Let's go.
soft forever.
All right.
Let's go.
The first period, 30 seconds,
Unbelievable.
36 seconds, and Kuemper's mask comes off after a flurry of saves, and in the chaos, Sorelli shoots it in. It's a mostly even exchange back and forth, but Tampa has the superior chances. Some poor puck decisions from the Avs don't sustain any meaningful pressure, and the Avs get outshot 4-17, despite some important saves from Kuemper. In the second period, McKinnon kicks it off with a power play goal that he deflects in off his skate. A little bit after that, though, Hedman dances by Nichushkin, and Jack Johnson just doesn't have the speed. He has a clear chance to backhand a shot from the circle, and Darcy overcommitted on his blocker side. Avs begin to ramp up the pressure, though, in the second and outshoot Tampa 17-9, but they lack finish. Early third period goal from Helm. It's a Helm shot, Sturm redirect Cog's deflection in. The game is tied. The refs swallowed their whistles, and in the final minute, Darcy came up big with huge saves. Overtime hockey, perhaps the most dominant period for the Avs. Midway through, Lekkinen it up to Naz, cuts up, backhands it in. Avs take the series 3-1, and they have a chance to win it all at home here on Friday.
Close enough.
You were 5 seconds over. You're fine.
All right. All
Not
right.
bad. That's less far than they went into overtime. So call it. All right. Let's wind it all the way back.
30 seconds in.
This
First
game
goal.
starts with immediate controversy.
It's not controversy though.
Let's I just want to preface this. I have been on Twitter for exactly 13 seconds just to tweet out the links to the watch along and then to just say, after the overtime goal. And I've already seen super salty Tampa fans regarding the officiating, and that blows my fucking mind.
I don't understand how you could be salty.
That blows my mind given how this game has played out.
Well, it's because you got the blinders on. Right? If you just look at it through your team's lens, it's like you see all those calls they just didn't call, and it's like, guess what? They weren't calling them the other way.
You know
either.
what I do see in my head playing over and over and over is Nazem Kadri with the puck coming out of the corner.
Oh my goodness!
With like 2:10 left, getting pulled down by Ryan McDonough.
Yeah, that was a clear
and the ref
trip.
looking right at it and being like, "Lay on, boys. That's good hockey. Good team. Good team."
The thing here is,
That was frustrating. That's all.
okay.
It was for sure.
I think, and you're going to be in this situation because you were right. The refs straight up said they got halfway through this game and like, what if we never call anything ever again for both teams?
This is what happens though every year. Like you watch it in the playoffs, like the refs swallow their whistles, and because they just don't want to be the deciding factor. But it seems like they become more of a deciding factor when they don't blow the whistle.
Well, and it's like so the Kadri chance. That is a golden scoring opportunity.
He's going into a very high danger area.
Valdichushkin getting hooked, coming out.
Would have been a breakaway.
He has a clean breakaway coming all the way down the ice. Victor Hedman going through the neutral zone gets yanked down by Landeskog on what would have been maybe a 3-on-1, 3-on-2.
Yeah, I mean that one was brutal.
Like those are calls where you're like, dude,
you have to call those.
You don't call those, and you're like, well, we're letting the players decide. You're like, you're letting the players cheat. That's what you're doing. You're letting them cheat.
That's what after the Kadri one on the watch line, I was literally like, the Avs should just start cheating because they're clearly not going to call it.
For real, man. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was a consistency issue. Like, especially at the beginning, the first two periods, they made some calls, and it just becomes a matter of if they're going to call this, then they need to call that. We even saw it reflected in how they called icing when going against Tampa, they don't call it, then back the other way, they call it on the Avs. And it's just a reflection of how the officiating went this game.
And look, we're not here to talk about the officiating.
No.
We are because we're at the start of the game, and that's why I wanted to just
knock it out.
You're right.
I just wanted to be like, let's
we're here to talk about the officiating for 3 more minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I want to help you out here because
I know you're trying.
I know it's going. So
Kuemper makes the initial save. The helmet comes off. Yeah, actually, that'd be
great. It was
great.
like
Thank you.
several saves.
Make multiple, and the helmet comes off. Was it the puck? Was it Cirelli's stick?
That's what I heard.
don't know.
The controversy.
Yeah.
I don't know how it
like
comes off.
So what
might have been puck.
they showed a reverse angle that showed that his stick clips the mask and starts to lift it, and the puck pops it off. And so it's like the whole thing starts with Cirelli's stick, and then it comes off all the way. But because the puck is right there, it is, let's be real here, this as imminent of a scoring chance as you will ever get.
Yeah.
A guy alone in front of the net with the puck on his stick.
Yeah.
I completely get that. Where my frustration is that Cirelli's stick starts the entire process, and this is where you could make the argument Bednar should have challenged for goaltender interference.
Maybe.
Because you can easily make the argument that his stick started the process of popping the helmet off, which never allowed Kuemper to play his position.
And this is, regardless of goaltender interference or not, I have a problem with the fact that the way Kuemper's mask came off prevented him from playing his position, regardless of whether it was imminent or not. If the mask doesn't fall right into Kuemper's chest, maybe he makes a play on that puck.
Maybe, yeah. And
I get it's an imminent scoring chance, but especially, and I get this is a little hindsighty, you look back after the play, and the back of Kuemper's mask is completely fucking off.
Yeah.
Both the straps are loose. Like, there's no reasonable way he could have kept that mask on.
For real. Yeah. And, maybe had they gotten a minute and 20 seconds to look at it, they could have considered challenging for it.
True.
But
does that change the rule, though? I guess because it's his stick that...
It's because Cirelli is the catalyst. He starts all of it.
Right.
And you say, well, without that, we don't know if the helmet pops off on its own with the puck.
Yeah.
But because Cirelli's contact starts the whole sequence, you can make the argument that it never fully allowed him to play his position.
Yeah.
ultimately, I understand why I would not have I personally would not have taken that chance on a, because I'm not going to go down 1-0 30 seconds in and risk a really iffy 50-50 interpretation and then be on a penalty kill.
Well, and it's just bad luck too, right? Like, so the rule states if like that puck pops off, an Avalanche player gets possession on his stick, it's blown dead.
Immediately dead. Yeah.
Well, and if that puck bounces sideways, it's blown dead. If it just doesn't do what it did, which is land on a Lightning player's stick right there in a prime scoring chance, it's blown dead in any other situation than that.
And the part that's hard for me is I've always been player safety first.
Yes.
And I know every time I talk about this guy's like, well, what if a goaltender just shakes his helmet off? And it's like, okay, but that's not what fucking happened here.
Yeah.
Like,
like we've seen guys like Mike Smith be like do like the model, like whoosh, like the big hair flip, and he like tosses his mask into the corner, and you're like, girl, come on.
But
what is this?
But definitively didn't even come close to that.
No,
on this
that's
play.
not in any way applicable to this situation.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, so what you're telling me is that player safety is important, but not if there's a scoring chance.
Well, and it's the crazy part of that, right? Like, if it goes onto the opposing team's stick in front of the net, you're allowed to keep playing without the goalie having a helmet on. What happens if that's deflected? It goes straight into the guy's face.
Right, your tweet, I thought that was a good point.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
just
super
comes
dangerous.
out and he takes a clapper.
Right. What if Cirelli just jocks him in the face with the puck?
Yeah.
And his whole fucking face goes the way of Chris Draper.
I mean,
and you're
it'll kill
just
you.
like, okay, well, that guy's career could be over because it was a scoring chance.
Yeah.
I know we'll give Kuemper proper credit too for just his overall play in this game, but that puck hits his helmet in some capacity and probably shakes up a guy who is already recently had issues with a head injury / eye vision injury. So I have to give him credit for coming back into that and playing as well as he did. And even the sequence of plays that follow it, he covers the puck and the whistle is a little slow to get blown. I see him having a conversation with the official, like, I'm going to need you to blow that whistle a little bit sooner if I'm covering the puck. And I think it had a little bit of an impact, but I'm glad he advocated for himself because it was just a horrible sequence of events.
And there was at least a couple other plays where Maroon catches him coming by as he's covering a puck. And you're looking at it and you're like, come on.
Right.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
So
Pat Maroon got away with so many little things tonight.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, this guy understands Stanley Cup final officiating and that he's not getting called for, and it's just like it's like little stuff, admittedly. But you see it every shift and you're just like, this guy gets it.
Yeah.
Almost like it's the dude's fourth one or something.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So the goal goes in, the goal counts. It is what it is. The rest of the first period was an interesting one because on the shot chart, you're going to see Tampa dominating Colorado.
Yeah, so it was shots on goal ended up what?
17-4, I believe.
4, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that sounds right.
Don't worry. I took notes.
But
yeah.
That doesn't
Of course.
accurately reflect the Avs' opportunities.
No.
Yeah, the Avs had puck possession.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I agree.
Oh, porn bots. The real ones this time.
Sorry.
Sorry, they're showing the highlights, and I'm just gonna enjoy these.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. And look, yes, we said it a million times in the watch along. The Avs need to do a better job of getting pucks to the net ultimately, but it wasn't for a lack of quality plays. They just weren't getting that last 10% to the net, right?
Right.
So,
Well, they had a.
go ahead.
I'm sorry. We were talking about, right? Like, there was a lot of. Tampa Bay was actually allowing the Avs to shoot from the point,
Yeah, they were giving it to them.
and they were having a hard time just beating the first guy, right? Like,
Yeah.
we talked about it a lot on the watch along. Things kind of change when they start putting pressure to the front of the net.
Yep.
That's when you saw the game kind of shift a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Was he? Well, both officials are standing over the
Yeah,
net.
and
Like,
they have no idea.
That felt like 30 minutes, by the way.
Oh, it was an
Oh.
eternity. A genuine
the
eternity.
clip on the watch along is going to be great
Yeah.
because, like, none of us were like, "Wow, that's a great save by Bossy,"
Yeah.
and then we're just like, "Man, that's what that dude does."
He must have covered it or it went out or something.
and then they cut to the Avs freaking out.
Yeah.
because we don't have sound, and
Yeah,
like,
and we're like,
hey, what is happening here? I want to go back and rewatch that because there are complaints that it might have been offside. I just need to I just need to see it again.
I do need to see it. I'm seeing
because if it is like that's shitty. Man.
Tampa should have fucking challenged then, bro.
True.
Yep.
How much time do you have?
Why wouldn't you challenge the last goal?
He might have
Yeah.
fucking well.
I'd be like, challenge it. What
so
for?
Cooper says there were too many men. Is that what the complaint is?
Yeah.
I'm seeing that.
I would have challenged it right off the bat.
Is this the longest too many men karma in history?
Jeez, this whole season.
Hey, you're not trying to win if you aren't cheating.
No, I mean I would just like to see what's
We'll
I
get
would
there.
just like to see the ice.
I'm sure it'll be in all of our post-game stuff.
Yeah.
For now,
Yeah, for sure.
for now,
I'm sure I can find some Tampa accounts that will show us stuff.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
just in that voice. yeah.
Imagine that. Too bad you can't count to 3.
Either way, Tampa was better in the first period, but I don't think
For
it was
sure.
a goal.
It was close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. We talked about it on the watch along that had Colorado been on this side of it, we would have been like, it's a fine first period.
Yep.
But lamenting the fact that they left offense on the ice. That's their first truly dominant period of the entire series. That wasn't like silly season. Like that second period last game.
And congrats on the Lightning for just stacking the box and be like,
It was good D.
shoot,
Yes.
go for it.
Well,
Yes,
it was good
they
D.
blocked
That kind of this. Well, and this
everything their
approach
way.
hurts them.
Yeah.
Because if you look at both of Colorado's goals, we're just going to throw all the bodies and we're going to let the pucks do what they do. Well, the pucks did what they did and it went against them.
well, and the first of many Darcy dunks tonight. He saved every puck in that period that didn't actively knock his mask off of it.
Yeah, and he was good.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
coming in, you're like, look, you really need a good Darcy game. You really need something here. He was really good in the first period. None of us have a problem with the goal itself. Like,
yeah,
come on,
no,
man.
you can't ask him to do anything about
Like,
that.
cover that fucking guy, eh?
Disoriented. Yeah.
So you got a great first period from Darcy. You come into the second period, and credit to the Avs on this first power play. They capitalized on an opportunity. The goal itself is a little bit nonsense, but they got a power play. They converted on it, and they get the job done. Now, who kicked the puck better? Nathan McKinnon or Andre Vasilevsky?
Oh, no.
I mean, Vassy is a distinct kicking motion
Right into his own net.
right into his own net.
And no one's gonna go to you and say, "What a great goal! What a pretty goal!"
If this is the too many men.
It's nonsense.
If this
Yeah.
is
Let me see.
this is some fucking salty dog stuff.
The dude actively changing.
Yeah. The dude who's at the bench.
Yeah, that's.
You ever heard of the
hold on, let me
5 foot
see it.
rule?
Let me see it.
He's at the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real salty.
Look, a team that's won 2 cups in a row. That fan base has got a little learning to do when things don't go their way. Maybe. Just saying. Look. What are your guys' take? Because I despised the pass that Mikko made leading to the Avs' first goal. I hated every bit of it, but it worked out. So what do I
didn't
know?
have a problem with it
I
because
didn't either.
no,
You go.
go for it.
I didn't either because that's where a lot of goals have been scored for them from that far circle on Bassey. And so I'd like to see them get up at the net front a little bit more and score from there. But they've had some success from that area. I don't blame Mikko for trying from the far circle.
Look, obviously it works.
Something
so
worked, yeah.
I don't know anything, but
Well, and if Max Skate isn't there, Landy's right there on that
True,
back door
that's
where
true.
I think we've seen that exact play has been a goal in this series.
Yep.
I've
With-
also seen Landy miss that a good 5 times.
No, and he's missed those. So like the Avs get lucky the way that it goes in, but I don't have any problem with that pass because you've got 2 Avs there right in front of Vasi, and look, shooting from distance hadn't been working. He didn't get beat by anything from distance at all tonight.
Yep.
And throwing that puck at the net, like, yeah, they get the bounce, but also it's the chaos in front of it. They want all those bodies. They want to block all the shots. then you have to live with the chaos that comes with it. The fact that it goes against them like that, yeah, well, maybe you should have scored another goal.
And
Like the Avs got really, really comically lucky
absolutely
on both goals that they scored
Absolutely.
in regulation. But when you pack the box like that,
Yep.
the other team says, okay, we have to go to the net.
Yep.
And then when they're going to the net and you're packing the box, all those bodies in front leave you
weird stuff happens.
leave you
It's gonna be
prone
pretty,
to
yeah.
variants of puck bounces.
Well, the puck's just like, it's like basically a pinball.
Yeah.
out
and,
there.
and look, like they end up with, hold on, how many shot attempts do they have in this game?
It was a lot. It was
They end up,
definitely a
the
lot.
Avs end up with, in total, they had 90 shot attempts in the game.
Not bad.
So they throw 90 pucks to the net. Their defensive strategy of pack it in and let Vasi do the rest worked.
Yeah.
For the
It
most part.
worked. 3 of those 90 shot attempts got behind their goaltender.
That is crazy.
2 of them were just variants. It was just puck luck. They just got unlucky there.
So
but in the 67 shot attempts that went the other way,
only
they
two.
only scored 2. So you want to be big mad about the bounces that went against you. You also, on the other end of the ice, did not do enough.
And here's my favorite part is you get to the 1-1 game, and from that moment on, just an incredible hockey game. It never felt like at any one time one team was truly dominating the other.
It really was frustrating that they get to the 1-1 and then the Avs immediately put them on the power play.
Sure, but they
And
kill
you're
it.
like, come on.
But they kill it.
Yeah, and then they kill it, and then it's how long after that till the Hedman goal? I don't think it's very long.
It's like 2 or 3 minutes, I think. Yeah.
I don't think it's too long.
And since we're stepping into that room, we are going to praise the shit out of Darcy Kuemper on this show.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Sorry,
That goal was not good.
dude. That goal is the goal that you're just like, how does the guy go from playing so well in the first period? The guy was awesome in the first period. Outside, as we talked about, like,
Right.
what the hell, right? The guy is great. He's great in the second period. Now he's not facing as many shots, but he's great in the second period. And then in transition, Victor Hedman with kind of this like la-di-da, he kind of skates through Nichushkin at the blue line. He skates around Jack Johnson
On his backhand side.
but he's on his
Yeah.
backhand. It's not like it's not like a Crosby or Rantanen backhander where he picks a spot and you're just like, holy crap, that's an insane shot. It's not in any way special, and Darcy's off his angle, and you're just like, how does this happen to an NHL goaltender?
Here's my defense to this, and take it for what it is, right? Like, backhand is the hardest thing for a goalie to read.
in
they
that
don't-
situation, though.
Still, that they don't know where it's going. From a backhand, you don't understand where that puck's being shot. And I'm giving a little bit of credit here to the goalies, where it's like, you're right. Like, he has to be better there. I'm not saying like this is like something he shouldn't stop, but you see it a lot. And we're focused on Kuemper right now, but you see high-end goaltenders giving up bad goals. It just happens throughout hockey.
Well, I mean, you look at the first 2 games in Denver. How many bad goals did Vasi give up?
Vasi
More than a
gave up
few.
horrible
Well,
goals
you're
from
like-
outside of
You're talking like
Anything that
5
should be a
goals in
scoring
the
chance.
first 2 games
yeah.
that like you're not expecting to get through a goaltender of his caliber. So
Yeah.
it definitely does happen.
Yep.
But with Vasi, we've seen how he's responded to those games
Yeah.
as expected.
Yeah,
and
he
with
was
Kuemper-
nails in game 3.
But with Kuemper, no leash, no runway, no benefit of the doubt. He was their best goalie in the regular season. It was a long time ago now. It's 2 months. This is closing season.
Yep.
You're 2 wins from winning the Stanley Cup. You needed that guy to step up.
Yeah.
And for him to give up that goal, this is the same conversation that we had in the Edmonton series with Pavel Francouz. Both goals that he gives up in game 3, both goals are shitty goals, but he limits it to 2. The number stopped at 2. Nothing else went in. That gave his team a chance.
And
That gave his team the chance to win the game. And this team has proven in this postseason, time and time again, they're now 5-1 in overtime. Teams that win the cup have to get it done in overtime sometimes.
you got to close,
You've
baby.
got to get there. They're 2-0 in this series in overtime. They have gotten the extra goal. All they needed a goaltender that gave them a chance. He kept them in it. He gives them the chance. He gives up a bad second goal. There's nobody on this set that will argue with you.
But he locks it the fuck down.
But
There it is right there.
the end of the line. And if I had said coming into this game, if I could guarantee you,
Darcy only gives up 2.
Darcy Kuemper gives up 2
you
goals
feel
on
really
Friday.
good. You
Do
feel
you like
really good.
How much money are you betting on the Avs to win that game?
A lot.
But the crazy thing about it is like he was nails in game 2, has a bad game 3, and everybody just wants to get rid of him.
Look,
You can only play the game that's in front of you. I get it. Like he wasn't tested very much in game 2, but he was nails.
It's great to be a hostage of the moment, but if you're going to be a hostage of the moment, you have to give Darcy respect for this moment.
You can't kick it. You can't kick the can
What
down the
was
road and be
save
like, "Well,
percentage
we'll
tonight?
see."
It's got to be like 949.
It was. I think that's
I-
exactly what
I am going to get. Well, let's play a game. Who wants to guess?
I think that's.
I'm going to go 949.
I think that's exactly what it is.
929.
It'll be higher than that.
I want to know what both of their
Yeah, I'd like to
save
know what
percentage.
Bassey's is as
Yeah,
well.
because it's got to be up there as well. It's got to be the 935,
Something like that,
somewhere
yeah.
around there.
It is
Yeah.
a 949 exactly.
Yes, let's go.
Vossi's ends up. This sucks. 1 goal kills you. It's a 919.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a 950 until
it was a
wasn't.
950
Yeah,
until the goal. Yeah, exactly what happened. Yes.
I mean, both those goaltenders.
yeah.
Congratulations. on a
Both of
great
them
game.
played amazing,
Yeah.
and
It's an exceptional game.
And I think some of the biggest keys that we saw from Darcy, and we're jumping ahead a little bit here, played a great third period, but more importantly, he only faced 3 shots in overtime?
Sorry,
I don't
You're
know. the
good.
number.
I'm still going through this too many men thing because people are losing their
You're
shit
fine.
about
You're
it.
fine. Fairly confident he only faced 3 shots in overtime.
Okay, dude, no, this is holy shit. This is salty.
2 of them extremely high quality,
Sorry.
and he makes the saves in the key situations.
Overtime shots on goal were 10-3.
Yeah, so 3 shots,
One high danger chance.
and he made the
stopped it.
save.
Yeah.
He made the saves you asked him to,
They
and-
had in overtime 3 scoring chances, I believe.
and he stopped all of them. Or they went
Yep,
wide
3.
or whatever.
3.
Look, you literally can't ask for
locked
more
it
than
down, man. The
Amen.
the third and overtime,
high dangers can't be many.
there's only 9 scoring chances from the Lightning in those 2 periods. Only 1 high danger chance
So,
versus 15 for the Avs and 5 high danger.
and this is when the Avs play well, they
Sorry.
don't give up that many danger chances. And when they do make a mistake, going all the way back to the first period, the Avs turn it over and give Nick Paul a breakaway. But this time, Darcy's there.
Yeah, but huge save.
Yep.
Where you're talking? Oh, that's the save he can't make. That's the save. No, that's the timely save that he hasn't been able to make. He made it. We all forgot about it.
We talked about it in the first period. Remember, it was like, remember that save right there?
Yeah,
because he was. I don't know. I can't remember who it was, but they're all alone, right in the slot.
Nick Paul.
Was it Nick Paul?
It was.
Nick Paul had the breakaway. They had a
Was
couple.
there
of
another
other,
one?
They had a couple of other
Okay.
good looks.
Doesn't matter.
Oddly enough,
Stamkos had another.
Yeah, sure.
Great
Nick-
look at the net.
Nick Paul also had another really good look in the third period.
Yeah.
Look, we'll talk about it more. We are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Go over there, use code DNVR when you sign up. Right now, if you bet $5 on the Stanley Cup final, you get $100 in free bets.
God, I
if you
got
are a new
robbed
account.
again tonight.
Yeah, and that didn't quite get there, huh?
Byram had the point, and
Yeah.
then it got
Took it
pulled
away.
back
Well,
from
and
him.
then he hits the post in
Yeah.
overtime that would have also done it. I don't know if you thought about that,
I
but
did think about that goal.
It's go over there. You got the Avs at even money today.
Yeah.
To win this game, you could get the Avs at even. You won't get that at home. But
I took that bet. I took a money line bet.
there you go.
Won it.
Go make yourself some money with DraftKings, hockey or otherwise. I've been doing pretty well on baseball lately. Highly recommend you take the unders late in games.
Do you know what I did really well on? Was taking 8 Cale Makar Norris votes. That worked out well for me.
you know what I've actually quietly been doing on the side? Also
Oh.
doing well on baseball.
yeah.
Picking against the Angels.
It's been
Really?
easy money as of late.
Yeah. That's gonna change.
They figured it out. Like
Yeah.
once they went on like that.
It was a 13-game losing streak. Yeah.
And so it sort of ruined my fun. But I'd started betting on them to lose like 4 games into that. Only because Angels fans pissed me off on Twitter. And so I was just like,
It's-
He did it out of spite.
It's
Yeah.
genuinely baffling how that team keeps losing with Mike Trout and Shohei
dude,
Ohtani.
you don't even know
It's
how much
genuinely baffling.
how much petty shit I get up to in my free time.
I believe. It's
like
a lot.
I
Vegas
am
like, no, I know.
like I'm not like a big like grudge holder, but I love the little things in life that bring me that joy.
It's all the small things.
They really don't steal my shtick yet. We've got a whole thing that's about to happen. But yes, it is. I'm all about people stubbing toes and stepping on Legos.
I'm here for it.
That's the evil I wish upon others.
Wow. Okay.
Is that like chaotic good?
Oh,
Chaotic neutral?
yeah, probably chaotic neutral.
That seems fair.
We are also brought to you, of course, by Evoca TV. If you're watching us live right now on Evoca TV, hi, hello. We have a DNVR channel. We also have national channels, so maybe you watch the game there. We have Altitude on it. We have Rocky Mountain Sports Network, AT&T Sports Network. We have all sorts of great stuff. No porn bots on Evoca TV, unfortunately.
Did you see the Avs
But-
fan in the background? That guy
Yeah.
knew.
Yep, he knew.
He
saw it.
knew.
Dude, that was the craziest part about this whole
Oh
thing.
my god!
All of us are just like, oh,
Great save.
cool save, bud.
Go over to evoca.tv/DNVR. You can get $10 off for the first 3 months. So it's just $15 a month for the first 3 months with code DNVR. And then it's only $25 a month after that. So you're doing great. You're feeling great. You're watching Avs hockey and not having a heart attack, just heart palpitations. That's all. Just a little bit of excitement, okay? Second period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. You get into the third period. The Avs' fourth line comes through early in it. Is it a pretty goal? No. Is it a good goal? Yes.
As in, does it count?
Hey, a goal is a goal is a goal.
Amen.
Let me tell you, my Twitter blew up because Nico Sturm and that answer I gave on the round
Yep,
table at the
yep.
start of the playoffs. There's ever a question about it, do people read those things? Clearly, yes.
They do. Joe Sakic is a genius.
I mean,
Are we talking fourth line?
Nico Sturm banks it in off of Andrew Cogliano's kneecap.
like body.
Yeah.
Gonna have to
Nice.
start a Cogliano body goal tracker.
On February
Oh, another
1st, on February 1st, neither of those dudes were playing for the Avalanche.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Yeah. Well, and Josh Manson has an overtime goal.
He has one for
Lehkonen
sure.
has an overtime
Yep.
goal.
Kale has one.
Cogliano
Cogs
has a game time
has a-
goal
yep.
and a game and at least one game winning goal.
I'm
Lehkonen
not
had
sure.
a point tonight too.
Yeah.
Like low key, like everyone was so upset when it was Lecky.
Yeah.
well,
On
and
the
I
nose
loved
goal.
that pick.
well, the thing,
Big.
Lehkonen, I was annoyed with Lehkonen on the top line tonight, and then look where he got his assist.
Not on the top line.
Yeah, he got his
Yeah.
assist when they switched it up.
Yeah.
And they went back to their regular
The
alignment, and
three-headed
then
monster.
Nichushkin, Lehkonen, and Kadri, and they were like, Kadri's vibing well enough. I
Yeah.
think you were right.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too.
And they were like,
Hindsight's pretty easy on that one,
put
but
put the three-headed monster back together, and let's kind of just see
Yeah.
how this works. And yeah, no, it was
Well, Lecky he shouldn't ever be on a first line. Second, third line
Really?
guy is where he.
I mean, if we're
belongs.
being honest, like Nichushkin shouldn't be either.
you're not wrong.
Oh yeah, agree.
Like, just really good dudes,
Yeah.
really, really good players.
Oh, don't
And-
get me
and-
wrong. Lecky is awesome to watch play hockey. He's just not a first line guy.
Yeah. He's not that cat.
Yeah.
It's totally okay.
Yep.
And what we saw from like Val tonight, it's great.
Yeah.
Especially when they moved him off
Yep.
the top line. I mean, how many scoring chances that guy
Created
involved?
like crazy.
lot.
Was his normal self
I'm-
defensively?
I am completely comfortable giving that man $6 million per year.
Yeah.
I have no bones
A
about that.
big man that uses
Six.
his body to
Yep.
go to the net.
'Cause that
There's no
keeps-
way you give him 6.
There is, because if that's what keeps
I don't-
him, that's what I'm doing.
I mean, I hear you, but I think you probably look at Phil Deneau's contract. But anyway, this is not.
You give him 5.5. He's fine.
Yeah,
He's a center too.
that's what I'm saying. So you get Val at 5.
5.5.
well,
That's probably
but
what he's gonna go
I think
for.
the only I don't know why we're doing this. Let's
Yeah, different day. Different day.
As much as I'm actually dying to get into this shit. I'm dying to get
Usually
into this.
we're a month into this. By
Yeah, exactly. Normally I'm sick of it by the time free agency rolls around. This year we aren't going to have enough time, no matter how this goes.
Anyway.
Yeah. Those guys were great. The depth guys were great. And the entire lineup, what you saw was little pieces. There wasn't one single line. Now I'll go and look at the numbers to see if I'm wrong about this. But there wasn't one single line, one single pairing that was really on top of it and driving absolutely all of it for them. They all had here's a good moment, here's a bad moment. And then here's a shift where, holy shit, look at this. Look at the scoring chance these guys just created.
And I think the entire game for everybody felt like this. It started out slow, but everyone on the team were all moving in the same direction as the game got better and better for Colorado throughout it. And look, don't get me wrong, Tampa had a good pushback in the third period at times, but the Avs did a good job of preventing anything crazy.
This is the thing that you look at. The people were fretting over Colorado, no shots on goal in the last 10 minutes of the third.
Yep.
But you're like, okay, well, what did Tampa Bay do?
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, they had some shots, but in the entire third period, I went through those numbers earlier. High danger chances, they had zero high danger chances in the third period. Zero.
Yep.
And you're talking about the Tampa Bay Lightning are the world's most comfortable team in the exact game that we watched tonight. It was not up and down. It was muck. It was grind. It was fight it out. It was scratch and claw and cliche. It was physical. It was slow. It was hardworking. And it was tied late in the third period. They even had a montage of Tampa Bay winning games in the last few minutes of third periods this year because they've been so good at it in this postseason because they just don't get rattled by the moment.
Well, in
the moment never swallows them up.
And the thing that you saw from the Avalanche, right, is they stopped allowing Tampa Bay to get to the slot.
Yeah.
Yep.
They
closed it down. There was always a guy in front of the net. If the puck got there, it was quickly cleared to the board.
Their best scoring chance of the third period happened after the final buzzer with Ross Bolton in front.
And the time was up. And I will make a point here. The Avs do play a certain style of defense where they love to put players in passing lanes.
Yeah.
And when the passes get through, like we saw in game 3, it looks really fucking bad.
Oh. Yep.
But when they prevent the passes from getting through, it never looked dangerous in the first place.
Yeah.
So,
but there's also minor changes that are going on when you're looking at it as well. Like,
well, and they're also
of course,
each team is like tinkering to the game that they're in, where they're like, okay, they Tampa Bay in the third period was like heavy neutral zone. They sold out in the neutral zone to take away all speed and all that.
Yeah. And
then at the start of overtime, you saw them trying to continue that, and the Avs were okay playing over the top and outskating it.
Well, I think,
and then it pulled that 10 minutes of them dominating in that style because the Avs were wailing on them. Yeah. How do they score? It's in transition
on a rush.
It's in transition
to the middle.
Both teams were trying to change. Kuemper makes a great play up the wall.
Yep.
And the Avs said, "This is our chance.
We go."
And they just attacked.
And
it pulled apart that neutral zone.
Yep.
But the thing
the cracks showed in overtime of that style and how the Avs can smash through that wall.
The Avs converted on it multiple titimes in that overtime.
Yeah.
Not just the goal.
That's true.
But you saw Logan O'Connor's break. You saw multiple great opportunities for Val Nichushkin and others.
Val Nichushkin and Gabe Landeskog.
Yeah.
But that's the track meet hockey that they're playing, right? Like,
right, but that's them pulling apart the neutral zone.
Absolutely, because like what you saw from Tampa Bay is early on, they were clogging up that neutral zone, and it was causing issue for the Avalanche getting through that neutral zone. But the problem is that comes at a cost.
Right. You get one puck through that, and it's see ya.
And they got to then catch up.
Yeah.
That's literally, you just described the game-winning goal. They got one crisp pass through there. It gets to a guy with speed, which is what Tampa Bay sold the farm in games 3 and 4 to stop Colorado from getting chances with speed.
Mm-hmm.
They will live.
Yep.
They will live with how Colorado scored the 2 goals in regulation, but they didn't score. They nothing pretty. Vasi doesn't just get beat. There's nothing tic-tac-toe, nothing high-end. It's all ugly. They'll live with the ugly because they can out-ugly the teams.
Yep.
Team Male Model, on the other hand, they had to score a sexy one because that's what they do. And they got it through the neutral zone. They get into transition with speed. And what happens? You have a breakaway from Logan O'Connor. All right, Logan O'Connor, Vasilevsky, Vasi beat him.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Can't
I
finish.
can live with that.
Can't finish.
Might not have been onside either.
We'll
Now-
see.
Doesn't matter now, though.
It's
Irrelevant.
truly,
Irrelevant
I will
now,
never
yeah.
look at it again. I do not give a shit. Kadri, though, comes through with speed, and look at the move he makes. Eats up
Yep.
Mikhail Sergachev.
Yep.
That dude didn't need a post-game meal because he had it on the ice in Mikhail Sergachev. Just straight up nom, 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 nom. Devoured that dude. And then
now-
a great finish over Vasi.
The number of people that knew that goal went in when it went in, can you count on one hand, maybe?
Dude, every time I watch the
Yeah.
replay, I find one more in the
that
crowd
knows.
who's like, woo! And like, we're like, okay. Cool.
I just thought ozone face off. I assumed it went out of play. I had no idea what happened.
I thought it went
Yeah.
out, and then Vasi was lying like this, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's under him.
Yeah.
I thought it
don't
was
know.
under him
Yeah.
because the way that we didn't, so nobody saw the puck.
Yeah.
And the officials didn't react. I'm like, oh, it's under him, and Vasi's not moving. And you're like, okay, well, I mean, he's either dead or he's got the puck under there. Pretty sure he's not dead, so okay. And then it was the quick cut to everybody freaking out on the
Avs
board.
suddenly
Yeah.
are losing it. Like, and then we saw the replay, and then the bar exploded. So Blais
Well,
actively listening
the
to
bar
his phone
bought.
on the show.
I was listening to
Oh, the Cooper stuff. Okay.
John Cooper
So
after.
the bar bit on
the initial.
Avs.
Yeah.
and we were all like,
Wait.
we're not doing this. We're making sure.
Yeah. And then the replay came, and we lost our shit.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I was
Straight up.
losing my shit.
I mean,
before
this
that
dude, he jumped over the couch.
yeah,
and
I was
like,
back here.
I was like, get over here. What are you
AJ
doing?
hugged me over the couch.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah.
I left a cry stain on his shoulder. It was
It's true, man.
we are brought to you by FOCO. You can go to FOCO.com or go to their in-store location if you're here in Colorado. They're not giving away, but they're selling the 1996 Joe Sakic Stanley Cup bobblehead. Look at that
They're
sexy
so
thing.
cool.
It's got the banner behind it and
Yeah,
everything.
it's so cool.
Of 200. So get it while you still can from FOCO. Highly recommend you go down to their link in the description of the YouTube. Also, any other officially licensed Avs memorabilia, you can grab it from FOCO. So jump over there.
it says of 200, but it's 199 now because I just purchased.
Blais is like, I'm buying one.
Dude,
Good luck.
I think Stamkos pulls the puck out of the net to try and hide it.
Does he like sneak it out?
I think so.
Sneaky Stammer.
That's hilarious.
We're also brought to you, of course, by Breckenridge Brewery, the official beer of DNVR. You can get us down here at the bar, of course, or at your local liquor store. They're in all of the lower 48 at this point. My local place actually just got their summer lager in. Highly recommend. It's
Dude.
delicious.
AJ, look at this. Have you seen
Someone's doing. I count the ref. Love it. Absolutely love it.
this? No, they're not counting the ref. It's actual players. There's 7 Lightning
Oh, there's 7 Lightning players
and
and
6
6
Avs.
Avs with him, with this counting the guy who is changing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So big cry more.
Yep.
Big cry more.
Well, and they count the 7 Lightning, but the 2 guys are way behind, and that's very that is a
they let that change happen.
that is a
Yeah.
standard line
Yeah.
change.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
when you guys go back and watch it, that is a standard line change.
Well, there's
There's nothing dramatic or controversial about it,
no. It's
except John Cooper is big mad and
Yeah.
chose to make issue.
there's a box on the ice that you're allowed to basically
5-foot rule.
Yep, the 5-foot rule, right? And it's not if the puck's over there, it's an issue.
But totally. But the puck wasn't
But
over
when the
there.
puck's not over there, it's not a big deal at all.
Yep. Is
So
what it
Tampa
is.
Bay had 7 guys, and the Avs had 6 on the ice at that time.
It's a standard line change.
Yep.
Because if you look at line
It
changes all the
happens
time,
constantly.
you're like, there are 14 guys on the ice right now.
Yeah.
What the hell is? But there's a bunch of them that are right along
Yeah.
the bench or they're behind the
But
play.
but if you want to
and
be
it
big
doesn't
mad,
matter.
if you want to be big mad, there it is. 7 Tampa Bay players and 6 Avs.
And to be honest with you, I'm just not fucking here for it.
Yep.
Yep.
From a guy who got double the time he was allotted
On a
to
challenge.
make
yeah.
a very
Yeah.
close play
Yep.
to
Got
make
a
a very
goal where
low
the
play.
other
Offside
goalie's
challenge.
fucking helmet
Gets
fell
a
off
goal
in
where
this
the
game.
Exactly. I am not here for that shit.
Yep.
I am. You know what, dude? What got you guys where you are is a no excuses. Put your head down and get back to work. And all we're hearing from John Cooper this series is whining.
Yep.
Whining. What did that do for Jay Woodcroft? What did that do for Craig Berube?
Nothing.
All that whining, and those guys are playing golf together right now. You keep this shit up, you set this tone for your team, you'll be joining them on Saturday.
Yeah, you will.
They were just looking at DeBoer last year. He started crying, and all of a sudden, things changed from the officiating.
I'm just done. I'm done with the coaches.
Yep.
You know, this is the one thing where, like or dislike Jared Bednar, you have to respect.
He doesn't pull any bullshit.
That dude, he will tell you, he'll be like, look, I don't love this. I don't love that. That's not good. That's bad. None of this matters.
Yep.
Our job is to get back to work. Our job is to focus on what's ahead of us. And they spend their entire presser focusing on what's behind them.
Yep.
And if they're not careful, that'll be their whole Stanley Cup run will be behind them. Because Colorado is now on the verge, and this is a team they played a desperate Tampa Bay team in games 3 and 4. They went punch for punch tonight. They got the best of them. And now that team flying home is going to be as bloodthirsty as it gets.
Yep.
Friday night in their building,
Yep.
Cup is there.
Yep.
They're going to wander by that shit walking in and just be like, we'll see you in 5 fucking hours.
Fucking love it.
Yo,
Love it.
they're gonna have that kind of memory. Scott Parker's son, DJ.
Yeah.
The first beer he ever drank came out of the Stanley Cup.
Yep.
Dope.
The night they won it in 2001. First beer he ever drank.
Wild stuff.
That's the
Same
kind
with
of memory
Cale
they
McCarr.
can try and create.
First beer that he ever drank will be out of the Stanley Cup.
That's an A+ joke.
We got to get to our kings of the game because we almost started a war up here over who should get
my
the king of the
goodness.
game.
Like, we're talking like significant others got pulled into this.
There was
We're
a lot of
texting
text going
outside
out.
people.
Yeah.
Yup.
yeah, here, bring it to us. We're giving it to both.
Yes.
Kemp's
Let's go.
and Kadri. Kemp's with the 949 assists on the game-winning goal.
Yeah,
Has
By the
an
way,
assist on the game-winning
the
goal.
only
Like,
time that's ever happened in the Stanley Cup final.
yeah, on an overtime goal.
Kadri gets it, of course.
on an overtime goal. Yeah, do it, dude.
Go. Do what you got to do.
I did this at the end of the game. So
And then, of course, Kadri, you genuinely could not write a fantasy hockey story better than Kadri scoring the overtime winner in this hockey game.
Yep.
Like, someone is taking notes. There's going to be a story written.
we're storytellers. This is what we do,
Good
especially.
point. Good point.
Like, I'm gonna give the column to you tonight and be like, all right, romanticize about goalies. Don't talk about knives. Put the knives away for a night. If you need to fight somebody, Lindsay's right there.
I watched the reaction after that second goal goes in and people were giving up on Kuemper.
Yeah.
Even though he had a great first period,
Yeah.
they were just ready to dismiss him. It was really frustrating.
Well,
to
it was
see.
complicated, right? Like
complicated.
we're dying for Darcy Kuemper
Yep.
to be good, not because we have like an agenda of Kuemper versus France. We're dying for the Avs goalie to be good,
Yep.
to get them across the finish line, and then that goal is crushing. But then from there, it's the
Nothing.
best story you could
he
write.
gives up nothing.
The only way it gets better is if that dude posts a shutout in game 5. And you're just like, oh, we have 2 shutouts in the final?
Huh.
Is
Guess he's okay.
Kemper for Conn Smythe, I guess? Like, what is this?
He's okay.
Anyway, yeah.
Like, genuinely. I mean-
wasn't even sure if Nazem Kadri would be able to take shots. And so
straight up.
I am just so impressed with the performance we got from him tonight.
Warrior of warrior
Absolutely.
stuff. Like, the guy breaks a thumb. He's done. We're like, he's finished. We were talking about the last time we see
Was
Nazem
that his last
Kadri
time in an Avs jersey?
in an Avalanche
Yeah.
jersey is
Sad,
him
yes.
clutching his arm in that Edmonton series after they got their pound of flesh from their douchebag piece of shit Evander Kane.
Yeah.
It's
Like, we were like, this is only ugly.
It-
And then he rolls back in here and gives us
It's-
this moment.
Mhm.
Girl,
and
please.
it's a fucking incredible turnaround. The number of people in the watch along chat saying, "Oh, this is Vegas 2.0." You know what? This isn't Vegas 2.0. Kadri fucking came back.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sitting there and I started thinking about the Vegas
I
thing, and I'm like,
lived.
I was like, is Anthony Cirelli William Karlsson in this story?
No,
And then Nazem Kadri comes flying around. And I
Yeah.
was like, no, we're good. We're good. We're good.
no, it's different.
Yeah.
And now, look, we've said it all playoffs long. all playoffs long.
No, you're not in any way. You're not surprised by what Nazem Kadri did.
And not
But you're happy for him. You're proud of him.
Oh,
He's been doing it
totally.
all year.
And it's the year that he's had. And
Yeah.
like, I think that the connection that he has with this group,
Oh, yeah.
where Nazem Kadri would straight up die for these guys.
Yep.
These guys would die for Nazem Kadri. This is a group, and this is why when we get into that offseason stuff, it's like we've written off the idea of Kadri staying in Colorado all year because
But
the season
maybe-
was too insane.
But maybe.
But you can talk yourself into every non-monetary reason why he would
Yeah.
want to stick here,
Absolutely.
and then just be like, just get him close enough.
Yeah.
Get him close enough, and then we can see. But this has been, I mean, this has just been the perfect version of Nazem Kadri. This whole season, I really would rather do this after the season is over.
Of course. We
But
will.
The moment that he gave us tonight, it's just so.
It just feels right.
It's just
It
so.
just feels
it's just
right.
so
Yep.
impressive that everybody counted him out. Everybody counted him out emotionally. He's coming off. He was tough last year. He was not very good at times.
Yep.
For long stretches, and we all were. What are we going to get from Kadri? How big of a loss was it in the postseason? You look at how last year played out, and how William Karlsson teed off on Tyson Jost and JT Compher, and you look at this year. Nazem Kadri in the lineup. What a huge difference that he's made. They get through Edmonton. They get through a couple games against Tampa Bay, but then it shifts.
Yep.
Braden Point goes out,
And
Nazem
Kadri comes in.
back
Yep.
in. Which one gives them the big moment there?
Yep.
And Kadri, I just like all respect to Braden Point for trying to gut it out and trying to do it, and you know all these guys that are playing through whatever injury they are. And
Of course.
I'm not one to like glorify that aspect of the game.
Of course.
But these guys have worked their entire lives to
Yeah,
compete for this
Look,
thing.
if I was in their shoes, I'd say you'd have to carry my corpse off the ice.
Straight up.
Like,
I would say I draw the line at stuff that like, hey, like don't play with a punctured lung, dumbass. You know, like stuff that might put you in real danger
Sure.
here. But like a broken thumb, you're playing through some pain. Maybe it delays a rehab that carries on into summer, and he's not 100% to start next year for whatever team he's on. So what?
Yeah.
So what? And for him to play the way that he did, for him to produce that moment.
And it's not just this moment. You go back to the Blues series.
The hat trick.
Yep.
The hat trick
Crushed
like,
a whole city.
I mean, he
Like ruined David Perron.
won that game for the Avalanche.
Yeah.
By himself.
Yeah.
He's been huge for the Avalanche.
Look, we've talked about it all playoffs long. The Avs now get 3 opportunities to go 1-0 to win the Stanley Cup.
Yep.
And the first one is at home for game 5.
Yeah.
And the third one's
Two
at
of those
home.
3 opportunities will be in front
At
of your
home.
home crowd,
Yep.
where you were the second best home team.
Yep.
Got to be feeling good
It's
about his
crazy.
chances.
It's genuinely crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. We got a ton of super chats to get to. $5 from Luke saying 1-1 in blowouts, 2-0 in clutch time. Let's go. One more. Go Darcy. Go Kadri. Go Avalanche.
You
Well
can't.
said.
I mean, those clutch games where you're going to overtime, it's anybody's game, and the Avs have won.
They're 5
of
and
those.
1. They're
Yeah.
5-1 in
Yeah.
the playoffs.
The
Yeah.
one that they lost was that fiasco game 5 against St. Louis with the Tyler Bozak
Yep.
nonsense. Like
Yep.
the total, like the nonsense of nonsense games that has existed
Yep.
for them.
$1 from Spence, much appreciated. Thank you. £5 from Judgy saying, "Say it ain't so. We will not go. Give us the cup. We're bringing it home." One more.
That would be a.
I mean, the
Blink,
cup's going to be.
Blink should like
at-
pop out after
Do
the
an
game
alternate
Yeah, yeah,
version.
yeah.
with an alternate version, a
Yeah.
Stanley Cup specific one that they come out of the giant thing in the middle and they like lower down. Like
Yeah.
we have to wait for the cup presentation. 'Cause Blink 182 has to play a song real quick.
The cup's going to be at Ball Arena.
It will be
on
in the
Friday.
building.
Yeah.
It will be in the building.
I said they're gonna walk right by that thing
Yeah.
when they walk into the building.
So dope.
$91, incredibly generous from
Wow.
Greg here with the Kadri number, saying the Kadri man can.
Definitely can.
and did.
He did.
Sneakily as well.
Yeah. Didn't want anybody to know. $20 and a penny from Keith The broadcast team kept picking Killorn for a great OT goal for a great story. Kadri OT goal is those aren't even the same realm of reality.
What would the Killorn story be? I guess I'm unfamiliar.
I don't know either, to be honest with you.
Great guy. We sure love him.
Spence, we're going to rapid fire these. He gave us $5 across a bunch of super chats here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Boom.
99 cents at a time.
Boom. Boom.
Thank
There's
you
another
very
one
much.
later on. Just get to that one now.
Drop. You're up to
Boom.
$6. Boom. Done.
Great.
Thank you, Spence. $5 from Kevin. What a great way to come from work and listen to the man himself call the game-winning goal. McGahee, go Avs, go.
One of the first things I always do when I leave the bar is I get into my car.
Pull
and,
up the McGahee
and
call.
I pull up the McGahee calls of the goals and stuff, and I listen to those, and then I call Zane.
Especially those OT goals.
Oh,
yeah.
You don't have to.
Thank you very much. $5 from Kyle. Quite possibly my last $5 till payday, but I'm here to say
Kyle.
let's effing go.
Kyle, yeah.
Take care of yourself, bud.
Yeah.
Like,
We love you, my guy. We want you to eat.
the legendary Drew, always taking care of us with the big dollars, $100 once again. Let's effing go.
Yeah.
Shaky start, but the boys pulled it out in clutch time. One more game to go, so let's get it done.
Just got better throughout the game. That's like
Yep.
what you want to see from your team, right?
Yep.
Yeah. As long as you don't like bin it in the first period. You know?
Yeah, for
Good.
sure.
Oh, 1-0, huh?
Yeah.
Not too bad. 591 from Lucas saying, Nas, one more game, baby. Where the Kuemper haters at now? As someone who lives near Toronto, it feels so good to see Nas score that goal.
It's crazy because the guy that was hitting me up today is just gone now.
Silence.
After he
Well,
told me
this
that
is what-
Kuemper is like
This
an
is what they
awful
do,
goalie.
man.
Yep.
This is why this is like half of our chat from the watch along hasn't said a
They
fucking
disappeared.
word in the
Disappeared.
post game show.
If you can't take the heat, stay out of the fucking kitchen. All right? $10 from Jamie. Good vibes for the W. Extra good vibes to the DNVR crew. Dealing with the connection issues. LFG. Check the man's thumb for PEDs.
So I just want to tell people like all the like, oh, you guys need this and you guys need that. Like, we're getting like fiber installed in our building
as soon as we can.
It's the first week of July. This has been in the process of this has been happening all season.
We have to get
long.
like permits.
We had to get
all
permits
sorts
from
of
the
shit.
city, and we
Yeah.
had it because it's getting put into the entire building.
Yep.
It's not just the bar.
Yep.
There's a whole office building above us. So, I'm trying to cut off some of this, some of the endless suggestions that people are giving us, where it's like, you guys mean well, but like
we doing what we can.
This is
here.
pure survival for us for the next.
We're going through a reno right now.
Yeah.
We're open
literally
for 3 hours before the game, and that's basically it.
Literally, like,
Yeah.
this is the finish line of this version of not only this bar but this building.
Yeah.
And 3 more at least from Spencer here with the bangs. Bang.
Yeah, just
Bang.
consider the noises made and let's pull those off.
Bang. There we go. Thank you, Spence. $5 from Miss Truly saying, Mufasa Yabish. Also, DK is my homeboy. Thank you very much, Miss Truly.
He was part of your
Really?
DK rap, right?
DK?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
I'm
was
just making
centered.
sure.
It was
Who,
centered.
yeah,
around-
what?
I'm just assuming I didn't remember which guy was where.
Yeah,
I
he
just-
he
I
was
ass-
DK, bro.
I ass-
Yeah.
I assumed.
Okay.
But
Okay.
P.S. Go watch that video.
That's so good. I
That
need to
thing is
rewatch.
Maybe the most psychotic thing I've ever
No,
met.
It's
so
funny because
good.
it's super my language because I always DK rap at Z and she's always like, this is the stupidest thing in the world.
$5 from
Not her love
Tyler.
language.
When we win one of the next 3 games, I hope you celebrate like the rest of us and you don't need to do this podcast. We're doing a podcast, but it's going to be
Yeah,
like
podcast would be like
an hour
16
after
hours
the
long.
game.
No, so here's kind of the tentative plan so people have an idea.
Yep.
We'll have the watch along. The game will end. If they win the cup, obviously, then we will have a post-game pod that game.
But
it will probably be 40. We're planning on it being about 45 minutes after the game because we want to watch the ceremony.
Yep.
We kind of want to go through that.
We want to hug
wanna
our dudes at the
we want
bar.
to be at the
We're going
bar. We want to
downstairs.
kind of live
Yeah.
in that moment. And then we will come up and we will do a post-game pod. If it happens on Friday, that's a tough break for you guys.
Yeah.
Because we will not be doing a Saturday show to kind of wrap it all up. that will be Monday's pod. If any of the other days, because game 6 would be Sunday,
and we'd go Monday.
we would go Monday. Yeah. So any of the other days, we will do a show the day after. That will be like proper game recap show.
Being honest, if the Avs do the thing, the pod that night will be a shit show.
It's going to be purely living in the moment. It's going to be storytelling. I've got 100 stories that I have saved for this moment. Just being around the team, being up close, certain things that I remember that I want to share with Avs fans. Yep. And that's what that's going to be about.
Yep.
It's not going to be about how did that game play out. If you're looking for that, first of all, dude, that's like the definition of a diehard. But second of all, that'll be our next
that
show.
will be the next
we
one,
will do a proper post-game pod for that one. It's just you guys also have to let us be people too.
Yep.
And that's how we felt that it was best to walk that line.
Yep.
Of trying to provide what we promised, just a show all the time, and then also getting to enjoy that moment. And
it's been
basically
21 years.
Basically, Rudo and I just crying together.
That's what it's gonna be.
A long time.
I'm gonna cry into AJ's shoulder.
Tonight was already tough,
and then I'm gonna cry into RK's shoulder, and then I'm gonna cry into someone I don't know's shoulder.
Oh, I'm gonna go cry on Allie's face.
Thank you very much, Tyler.
Yeah.
$5 from Dylan. Does that count as the big Nico Sturm moment AJ was looking for?
100%. That's it.
Takes a village.
He has 2 points in these postseason. He has an assist on an overtime winner.
Yep.
And an assist on the game time goal in the Stanley Cup final.
Yep.
Hell yeah, it counts.
Sometimes an OT goalie assist too, for sure. Thank you very much, Dylan. 15 from Spaghetti Noodle Man. $1 for each win. Took up the Avalanche mantle after my uncle passed in 2017 and couldn't be more ready for this win. Let's go, Avs.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All about it.
Yep. Miss Truly, $3. Who needs a thumb when you're Nas?
He needed that thumb. He waited.
It's still there.
He waited
exists.
until he could play through whatever pain he's in.
Yeah.
$5 from Daniel. Nazem Kadri, 60% of the time. He works all the time.
Yep.
Sounds about right. Dan the
What was
Walrus
that called?
Larkin.
Sex
Panther.
Panther.
Sex Panther. Yeah.
Sex Panther. Yep. Okay.
DK gave the Avs the chance they needed after the first major props. Can we get a group? Let's effing go. Hashtag Rudo boobs after the next
No,
W.
Walrus.
Don't treat him like a piece of meat.
Yeah.
No, I'm a piece of meat. It's fine.
no.
I don't know if you've ever seen Rudo before.
We're not allowing any of us to be treated in that manner on the pod anymore.
Rudo likes it though. I'm sorry.
I get that.
It just has to be on his terms.
Look,
you can't
that's-
ask for Rudo.
This
boobs.
is what
They just have
OnlyFans
it.
is for, not YouTube.
Rudo's like, don't tempt me with a good time.
$5 from Logan. No longer tolerating Sturm slander. Did you see how he spotted Cogliano's knee and perfectly shot the puck off it? A true
Absolutely.
master with the puck. Yep, this is canon now. $20 from the Schick. Sorry, have to use you to shout out my wife. I've been a maniac in these playoffs, and she has continued to hold down the fort and take care of our toddler virtually alone on game days. I love you, Lauren. You're a damn beauty. Can you?
I love Lauren.
I'm
100%.
so glad I don't have a child right now.
Dude,
Like,
I
have 4 of them.
I don't know how you do this. I know Mrs. Rudo and Z are probably very, very similar in
Yep.
that they're like, we get it.
yeah, totally.
And like, I couldn't be more thankful to have a partner that's like that understands this moment
Yep.
and is like,
Yeah.
you got to do what you got to do. And it's not like, this is about me. I need this. I need that. Like,
Yeah.
I've got all summer to make it up to her. Right.
Look,
Yep.
my wife's watching at home. Like I was showing you
Yeah,
the tweets.
yeah.
Like she
Yeah.
tweets along because she's a diehard Avs fan, and
Yeah.
our kids are too. Like there's a video I put up of my kids
Losing
celebrating.
it, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
It is. I shout out all the significant others.
Yeah. Y'all the real MVP.
Putting
straight
up with the diehards,
Yeah.
especially when they're not into the thing at all. But like putting
Yo,
up with like
Shout out the dude who left his family vacation to come to the DNVR bar.
the guy from Ontario
Yes.
who was on vacation in California, flew to Denver for I think it was game 2.
Yeah, I
Oh
think
my
so.
And then flew back to California to rejoin his family vacation, but had to be here for that game.
Yep.
Yeah.
So dope.
I love Avalanche fans.
Yeah. Met the guy from Pittsburgh tonight.
Yeah,
Big shout
yeah.
out to him too.
Yep.
He's gonna be at the game 5.
Yeah, a lot of dudes had Game 5 tickets
Yeah.
tonight,
Dope.
and women.
Yeah.
Not $20 rather from editor Edward. Friday is my birthday, and watching the Avs win will be the ultimate birthday.
Dude, it will never get better.
I love
It's
it.
also
Yeah.
Yahir's wedding day,
Oh,
so
I'm a little sad about it, by the way.
I
I'm
love
bummed.
love.
I'm contemplating not going to my wedding. Can we push this back?
No.
I want to see videos from the wedding where somebody's got the phone
Yeah.
up in the background.
everyone's watching it.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna call into the post game with a clinch.
I love it. You got it. Yeah, you got to
fair
be
enough,
here.
man.
Very
$20 from Anthony with just the heart. Much love. $5 from Corey. Thank you very much.
I'm about lazy on my hand hurts. I really gotta.
You gotta
work on
put it
again.
together,
Yeah,
man. Uh,
Refocus here. Let's make some fucking hearts.
$10 from RTV. Let's effing go. Time to end this at home. 1 win away. Let's go, Avs. I also want to give Yaya some love doing his best Freddie Benson impression to get this pod going. I don't know who Freddie Benson is, but oh, okay. I do know
I
iCarly.
Yeah.
love that.
My sister loved that show.
Yeah.
Did Freddie got the girl in the end, right?
I watched a.
No, he got the right one. No one wants Carly.
Carly made the money.
Yeah, everyone wants whatever her friend's name was.
Sam?
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$5 from Candlejack. Let's go, boys. One more win. Kemperer, good. Kadri, God. Rudo, AJ, Meghan, Blais, Yaya, legends.
Love that.
True.
Yeah, let's
Thank you
go.
very much, Candlejack. I know you. I've seen you on Reddit. You've been around.
Word.
Jeremy says, credit to Bednar to start Darcy. There was never any doubt. Not in Bednar's mind. Thank you. $5 more from Corey saying, I may be a homer, but I will always be here,
Dude,
win
there's
or
nothing
lose.
wrong with being a homer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking ride or die with your team.
It,
Loyal.
As Tom Segura said, no half-stepping bitches up here.
especially as like a fan,
Dude,
don't
right.
apologize for anything.
Absolutely.
Judgy says, I thought after the direct puck hit Kemper would ask to go off. In the mask, I assume.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
That's an interesting idea. I guess I hadn't thought about it.
His eye must be fine.
Yeah.
$5 from Steven saying, fan since BSN to watch every post game from Arkansas. Was at Amalie for game 3. Kemp's with the A tonight.
Good.
Made up for the game entirely. Love to the Vibe Tribe.
Look, I'm telling you right now, if Evan doesn't give him an A, I'm editing it. And I'm
You're
giving
just
him
giving
a
him an
goddamn A.
35.91, two good numbers right there from Ryan saying first star to Kemper, second star to Kadri. Darcy had to steal a game until Kadri gave thumbs. Mission 16 down to 1.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's crazy to think they don't have to win 16 games.
They just
have
need to win one.
one.
$2 from more from Candlejack saying happy birthday, Allie.
Always is their birthday.
$5 from Dawson saying the Avs gave me the best birthday Eve gift ever. Kadri is a god. One frickin' more. Also, the goal was not too many men or offside.
Yeah.
Tampa is salty.
I've watched it like 5 times now. It's
Yeah.
nothing.
5 from Zach saying lifelong Avs fan in New Jersey. Glad game 4 in Eastern Conference wasn't the last game I'd see Kadri in an Avalanche uni. Get that cup,
True dat.
baby.
Yeah, straight up, man.
And be a factor.
Be a
Yeah.
factor.
Yeah.
$10 from Astray. Astray? Don't know. Who could it be?
It's a stray.
I got it. I know I missaid it. Cooper complaining about too many men stealing this game from them. Maybe the hockey gods are punishing them for winning that playoff game against the Islanders with 7 men on the ice.
I don't want to talk about it.
Now, of course you don't. Thank you for the 10. $20 from Jamie. Cooper is setting up the refs for next game, trying to get in refs' heads. As reload in overtime were amazing.
Yeah.
Poor Byram almost had no team winner. I don't know what more Cooper could ask than what he got from this game from the refs. Like,
Honestly, skipping the bullshit from Cooper, their reloads in that overtime,
money.
like
They were
you want,
fucking
when
money.
you talk about a team, when teams are always like, "Oh, we want to stay high on pucks," like that period, that's like roll tape. Like that's like teach tape level of quality hockey that they played, and to do it in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup final on the road against the 2-time defending champs. For them to put that period together and then to hit 2 posts.
Yeah,
and then to keep going and win the game the way that it's exceptional. What they did tonight was exceptional.
I don't want to say Tampa got shit pumped in overtime, but
dude,
they kind of got shit pumped.
The pendulum swung.
Yep.
And overtime started, and the Avs were like, we own this period. We've owned this period, all playoffs. This is ours.
Yep.
This is our moment. All we need is one. We can do that.
Yep.
And they did it against the team who's done it better than everybody.
Yep. Thank you very much, James. $5 from Jeremy saying it doesn't have to be pretty. Just get the job done. Don't panic, and good things will happen.
Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment. Stay focused. Be who you are. Stay true to you. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All the life advice.
$5 from Degro saying love you all.
Love
That's
you.
what it's all about, baby.
It's all love.
$10 from Oso Blanco saying get John Pooper a diaper ASAP. Let's fucking go.
Calling
Avs.
him John Pooper is kind of funny.
It is pretty good. It's a good one.
It appeals to the juvenile sense of humor in me.
You could switch the letters. You could go with Con Juper. I think that's not bad. $5 from Donnie Rudo. Even though we had an amazing end of the game, look that and elevated it in OT. Took that and elevated in OT. My bad. Can we satisfy the Gloomers if a take? Not zone exits in P1. You lost me on that one, Donnie, but I appreciate you all the same. You're one of my guys.
I'm also confused.
Yeah. $20 from Jim saying, been a frequent DNVR viewer and occasional super chatter over the past few years.
Yep.
Said before that if the Avs win, I will fly to Denver from Massachusetts to see parade and meet y'all. So close. Yep. Need it.
We don't know yet. It's still
we'll see.
up in the air. If there is a parade, we may or may not be open that day.
It just
if
depends.
We are. We'll let you guys know.
Yep.
And if we are open, we will be here.
Yep.
For parade.
I will be fighting for us to be open on that day.
Yeah.
I know that there's more to it, but it's like this doesn't. It's been 21 years.
It would just be. Yeah.
All right.
We agree.
You guys keep hitting us with a super chat, so we have to go fast now. $5 from Tyler. Cooper is a classless, hypocritical bum. He said that when his team had 7 on ice and it knew it wouldn't change anything, just wanted it to seem illegitimate. Whatever.
Yeah. Look,
Avs won.
You don't apologize for the breaks that go your way, and this wasn't even a break.
Yeah. Thank you, Tyler. $9.10 from Paul Pale. Sorry, I always read it as Paul Pale. I can't afford the $91, so I hope this is okay. It will be sad to see Nas go, but he's earned whatever is coming to him. Nas is an Avs legend tonight.
Absolutely.
Yep.
100%. Has cemented his legacy as an Av to be remembered.
Yep. $2 from Jeremy saying JTC for Conn Smythe, smartest player on the team. I don't know about that, but
no. Hard pass, but respect. I thought he actually was an impact guy tonight.
$5 from David. Been a long 20 plus years, guys. Win or lose, together, my fam. Amen to that.
It's easy to say that when you have a 3-1 lead.
True enough. $5 from Avalanche. Thank you guys. As always, what a win.
Hell yeah.
It was a great one. Love that. $10 from Camel Sand. More like too many pucks in the net. Got him.
Bam.
I have a sound effect for that.
$65, very generous from Cisco. 65 for Meghan, 65-second rundown. Love you all and everyone. Please remember to enjoy the next 43-ish hours.
I love that. Thank you.
It was 70.
I apologize for who I am.
And then
you're here because of who you are, so no
True.
apology necessary.
A ridiculous $191.
Oh,
Actually insane. That might be a record from Craig. A 1 in front of the game-winning goal jersey number tonight. My wife and I are coming to the bar Friday, and we are adding a 0 at the end of the jersey number if we get it done. Let's go!
Let us know when you get here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
say hi.
we should be here early Friday.
I will be here at 3
Yeah.
o'clock.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, I
gonna.
will
So
be too.
I'll be
When
here
the bar
because there are
opens.
so many
Yeah.
people that have told us they want to be
Yeah.
here.
There's a lot, yeah.
That pregame,
Exciting,
gonna
right?
wander around, gonna do a lot more socializing than
Yep.
normal. A lot of it is like focused on business, right?
Yeah.
Like we're here to work and blah blah. But I think Friday is gonna be a lot of lot of people here who are specifically coming for that game.
Yep.
So I think beforehand,
We'll be here. We'll be
You'll
around.
see the gang out and about socializing to try and meet as many people as we can.
Yep. All right. Any final thoughts from anyone?
Avs dope.
Love it.
Dope.
Favorite playoff game of the entire postseason.
Yeah, I like
By
that one
like
too.
a lot.
Yes.
By like a
Yep.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one and game one, both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game one, a little more frustrating because they had that 2 minutes where it was like,
They
come
should have
on.
ended it. Yeah.
But this was, I mean, just a fucking awesome hockey game. Everything that you think of when you think about playoff hockey was tonight.
Yep.
You got to see it tonight. And I mean, I don't know that I could say comfortably that I thought that the Avs outplayed them all game.
No,
or
it was just a
anything.
great game.
But they were the better team in overtime, and they
Made it count.
they took that game
Yep.
from
Well, it's
Tampa
two
Bay.
heavyweights going at it.
Took that game from Tampa Bay because I
Yeah.
think the Lightning 1-0 lead, a 2-1 lead. You have a 2-1 lead going into the third period. You got to close. Championship teams close. Championship teams this. Championship teams that. They took that from them.
Yep.
They went in there. They scored minutes into the third period and took it. And that's their challenge this whole series is that you have the champs. You've got the guys who have walked the walk. It is on you to take it away from them. They aren't going to give it. They haven't given it. They have taken this 3-1 lead. They have earned where they've gotten. They are one win from forever.
I
Forever.
haven't fully processed that, to be honest.
I probably won't until tomorrow, but that's because
you don't.
that's because we have all of our if they win the cup stuff to
Yeah,
start making.
We got a lot of stuff to do. Megan, send us home here.
Before I knew the outcome of this game, I felt a similar sentiment that win or lose, this is what I expected this series to look like because game one was similar in that it was a tight game, but they were both feeling each other out. And tonight, I feel like these are two teams who had an understanding of what the other was, and neither looked at the other and felt fear. And the Avs came out of it just one play better. And it was really entertaining. It gave me a lot of anxiety at points, but I'm so excited for game 5.
100%.
Yeah, you get
I
6-7
was-
minutes into overtime. You're like,
Third period, I wasn't well. It was just a time for me. But my mom called me as soon as it was over.
Is that who you were talking to?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was their wedding anniversary, and that's how she celebrated it with my dad. Was just watching this game and getting excited. So thank you to the Avs for winning that.
amazing.
That's awesome.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. We will talk to you tomorrow. We will have an off day show. We'll also, of course, be back Friday for the big show. On that one, we'll be talking to you before the Avs play for the Stanley Cup. Not just in the final, but they play for it. Appreciate the moment
Let's go.
because this is real. We love you all. We're going to get out of here, and we will talk to you tomorrow.